Now we have Zoe. And Zoe, I don't know your last, I don't want to mispronounce. Zoe, what's your last name? Button? Okay, Zoe, welcome. You came last month, right?
Yeah. Okay, basically backstory on the backstory. These poems are from a chapbook that I'm writing, just kind of as a personal thing. And it's about someone I cared about a lot, a boyfriend actually, who committed suicide just over a year ago now. And the first poem is basically just, it was written when I met him, so it's super dramatic and, kind of girl having a crush in love, whatever you want to call it. And then the second one is my first attempt at rhyming, kind of like spoken word, but it's about right after I lost him, so there's a huge contrast. So yeah, the first one is called When We Met, You Lit a Fire Inside Me That Burned So Bright It Was Seen in Outer Space. From down in heaven's wicked brother, I, girl with prickling shadows born between my bones, now study human movement. Undecidedly, I chose a boy whose eyes bear a depth I cannot understand. But I have decided it matters not whether I do or don't, for I know they shine light with signings heaven only could have made. And in this chapter, I am here and he is there, an abyss of pages not yet crossed, gashing a chasm of infinity between us. From down in heaven's wicked brother, I dared look up. I saw him then, great and flawless. He made my skin to glass, but instead of turning my transparency into his power, he wept alongside the shameful thing called I, not seeing how lowly I was. And in that itself, I became a worshiper of such divine, enduring things as he. Not once have I succumbed to backing away, afraid and meek as I am, for his eyes are wise and they make me weak. Those things in his skull more imposing than the eyes of God, save my weaker parts from passing, lost into obscure and forbidden rooms. This only he could have found, the life in me. The seed of hope was planted then in our timely observations, this solitary boy whom wonder has made greater above all mortal equals. I have been searching for you, my dear, through hills and valleys full of wild beasts and jagged things in the ruins of disappointment, yet finding now you. This angel woven of silk, hair of light, and eyes composed of the ocean, bones under star-kissed skin teasing the artist in me. And though his beauty is ethereal, I was not ensnared by my own eyes. It was his heart of lovely tangles, more unsolvable and twisting than the void between this earth and every star that has ever existed. That is what caught me in their web of infinity, but it matters not. There are beds of snow with less comfort than his soft and calm collapse, for inside his body a universe lies. A mountain is his heart, streams his blood, and roots of trees his veins. But they do more than keep him. For the mountain and streams and trees whisper home for the lost, and none more or less than him can save the soul from oblivion. But he can. So yeah, you can tell at that point in my life I was very infatuated, I guess you would say.
So it's okay. We've all been there.
Yeah.
No, and it's really important.
Yeah, but there some metaphors in that actually refer to the fact that it was a long-distance relationship, and I never actually got to meet him. Had to go to his funeral instead, so this is why it's kind of a huge thing for me to write about. But then, yeah, the second one, my first attempt at rhyming, the first time I've ever read it, really, so, yeah, and it's completely untitled, so, yeah. Whoops. The choices, no, the mistakes I made that day left a holocaust in their wake, because they carved out and killed a part of me that was embedded in me so deep that being back here alone in my own reality has made me nothing more than a sheep wandering aimlessly. I'm in a herd full of voices I wish I had never heard, because they aren't yours and they never will be again, because your voice no longer exists at all. And this feeling that I'm feeling, it will never go away. A permanent marker stain in the history book in my brain, a hurt I can't erase. It's my fault that you're gone. I can't reverse it, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to move on. It's so hard to be strong when the choices you make determine your fate, and they'll kill you every moment that you're awake. So all I want to do now is sleep, because the only comfort that I get to have is seeing you in my dreams, and knowing that someday when I can no longer stand on my own 2 feet, I'll leave the place that I am, and I'll go to the place that you'll be. And maybe you will have forgiven me. And maybe by the time that day comes, I will have been able to climb up at least one more rung on the ladder to forgiving myself. And as my life flashes before my eyes, I'll start to cry and wish time travel had been seen through, so I could go back in time and save you. Because in saving you, I also saved myself. From empty days spent blaming myself, hating myself, just feeding the void that formed in my chest when you left, and I know that is so selfish. And I wish I could be selfless, but losing you has made me so weak that I can no longer act at my best. All I want to do now is rest and ignore the fact that I'm alive, because maybe if I close my eyes, when I open them I will have died, and instead of standing in this reality, I'll be lying in bed beside you, forever in our wildest dream. But this time it won't be a dream, and I finally will have found my peace.